Hi everyone. Welcome back to Remedy 24. Today we gonna learn about 9 foods that can cause constipation. According to recent surveys, 16% of all Americans and 33% of people aged 60 and above are routinely constipated. The main symptoms of constipation include difficult bowel movements that produce hard, dry, and lumpy stools less than 3 times a week. It may also be accompanied by gas, bloating, and stomach pain. While some medications and lack of exercise can contribute to difficult bowel movements, the most important cause of constipation is your diet. This includes what you eat or drink, and what you do not eat or drink. For instance, eating foods that are low in fiber and not drinking enough water can lead to constipation. To lower your risk of constipation, you need to be aware of the foods that cause constipation. This way, you can cut down on the consumption of culprit foods and increase the intake of foods that aid in the movement of food through the digestive system. In this article, we will look at 10 foods that cause constipation. Number 1. Caffeinated drinks. If you are like most of us, you enjoy an aromatic cup of coffee, and 1 or 2 cups will do you good. In fact, because caffeine is a stimulant, 1 or 2 cups of coffee or tea can aid in producing a bowel movement. But when you take endless cups of the beverage, you risk getting constipation. The same is true of decaffeinated coffee, tea, chocolate, most energy drinks, and soda. Caffeine is considered a diuretic, and so the more somebody has, the more fluids will be flushed out of the body, therefore causing dehydration. As stated earlier, taking 1 or 2 drinks of your favorite coffee or tea can help things along, but if you want to take another drink, it probably makes more sense to grab a glass of water or fresh fruit juice. Number 2. Processed grains. Processed grains and their products, such as white bread, white rice, and white pasta, are lower in fiber and may be more constipating than whole grains. That's because the bran and germ parts of the grain are removed during processing. In particular, the bran contains fiber, a nutrient that adds bulk to stool and helps it move along. Many studies have linked a higher fiber intake to a lower risk of constipation. In fact, a recent study reported a 1.8% lower likelihood of constipation for every additional gram of fiber consumed per day. Therefore, people experiencing constipation may benefit from gradually reducing their intake of processed grains and replacing them with whole grains. Although extra fiber is beneficial for most people, some people experience the opposite effect. For them, extra fiber may worsen constipation rather than relieve it. If you are constipated and already consuming a lot of fiber-rich whole grains, adding more fiber to your diet is unlikely to help. In some cases, it may even make the problem worse. If this is the case for you, try gradually reducing your daily intake of fiber to see if this provides some relief. Number 3. Alcohol. Like many people, you probably enjoy a few drinks of alcohol once in a while and don't think it is a likely cause of constipation. If this habit is occasional, you don't go overboard with it. You eat a fair amount of fiber and you drink adequate amounts of water, you are probably safe. On the other hand, taking lots of beer, whiskey, or rum can lead to constipation besides other problems like hangovers and nausea. Alcohol causes dehydration in the body. It is termed a diuretic, which is a substance that causes us to eliminate more water from the body. The result is hard stools or even difficulty in defecating and constipation. If you suffer from these symptoms, it is high time that you cut down on alcohol consumption or even quit. If you choose to continue taking alcohol, alternative your favorite drinks with similar amounts of water. Number 4. Fried or fast foods. Eating large or frequent portions of fried or fast foods may also increase the risk of constipation. That's because these foods tend to be high in fat and low in fiber, a combination that can slow digestion in the same way that red meat does. Fast food snacks like chips, cookies, chocolate, and ice cream may also replace more fiber-rich snack options, such as fruits and vegetables, in a person's diet. This can further increase the likelihood of constipation by reducing the total amount of fiber consumed per day. Interestingly, many people believe chocolate is one of the main causes of their constipation. Furthermore, fried and fast foods tend to contain large amounts of salt, which can lower the water content of stool, drying it up and making it harder to push through the body. This happens when you eat too much salt, as your body sucks up water from your intestines to help compensate for the extra salt in your bloodstream. This is one way your body works to bring its salt concentration back to normal, but unfortunately, it can lead to constipation. Number 5. Processed foods. Processed refined foods provide you with the convenience of preparing meals fast. However, most processed foods including pizza, pasta, mashed potato, corn chips, and frozen foods are low in fiber and high in sodium. These properties are linked to constipation. If you regularly eat processed foods and are chronically constipated, it's probably time to change to fresh foods instead. Number 6. Dairy products. Consuming large amounts of cheese and milk can lead to recurring constipation. This does not, however, mean that all dairy products are bad for you. Reducing the intake of these dairy products and taking probiotic yogurt instead can improve your digestive health. Yogurt contains beneficial bacteria which are necessary for the gut where they support digestion. They have found a link between chronic constipation in infants and consumption of cow's milk, with symptoms improving once cow's milk was eliminated. In some studies, it was found that proteins in cow's milk induced allergies, which are linked to constipation. Number 7. Red meat and eggs. Eating large quantities of red beef and eggs can lead to constipation. Meat and eggs contain protein and lots of fat. Because of these properties, these foods take longer to digest, especially when they are eaten without accompanying fiber-rich foods like fresh veggies. By taking longer to travel through the digestive system, red meats such as beef, pork, lamb, goat, and veal can get ramped together and tend to block the system. Number 8. Green bananas. While ripe bananas are great for healthy digestion, unripe bananas are among the foods that cause constipation or worsen the condition. Unripe bananas contain large amounts of tannin and indigestible starch. As much as 80% of the weight of unripe bananas is starch. When you eat too many green bananas, their mass travels slowly through the digestive system, slowing down bowel movements. By contrast, in ripe bananas, the starch and tannins have been broken down into simple sugars and soluble fiber. It is worth noting that the hard-to-digest properties of unripe bananas come in handy for use in the banana, rice, apple, and toast (BRAT) regime for the treatment of diarrhea. Number 9. Persimmons. Persimmons are a popular fruit from Eastern Asia that may be constipating for some people. Several varieties exist, but most can be categorized as either sweet or astringent. In particular, astringent persimmons contain a large number of tannins, a compound thought to reduce gut secretions and contractions, slowing down bowel movements. For this reason, people experiencing constipation should avoid consuming too many persimmons, especially astringent varieties.